よ私ここにいるよ殺されながら生きてる愛されてみたかったなんてずるい人間みたいにはくらんじろ隣人を疑え後悔とただば人じゃボタに思考はそうでしたのレビタウンI am here before Beyond any setting world せのことかせまたしがこんでの日は黒で少な世界言われてくる欲望のこの合図に従え助けてよ私ここにいるよ殺されながら生きてる愛されてみたかったなんてずるい人間みたい望んではいけない希望に見えて怖くて目をそらしたそれでも今日を生きてみたいの私のための聖なる戦争
Hello YouTube, I'm back again with another video. I'm here to speak again about David.
Well. I guess I'm gonna do a reaction.
And it's confirmed that he's been arrested because of the suspicion that he murdered Celeste.
All right, and so a lot of people wondering, you know, this so many things seem to point to him. Why did it take them this long to make the arrest? We know they're pretty methodical about how they do things, but
yeah, it's a good question. One of the things that they were waiting on, Mark, was the cause of death, and there was difficulty reaching that cause of death. Not to get too graphic, but her body was in multiple parts. It was in, we know from court documents, 2 different body bags in the front trunk of that Tesla when her body was found. So it was difficult for the medical examiner to determine the cause of death. So they had to prove or be able to show to the DA that she was murdered, that it wasn't something else where, you know, let's say that she overdosed and then somebody freaked out and put her body in that trunk. They have to be able to prove that it was murder. They now believe that they can do that.
I truly think he is responsible. Some people may say otherwise because there's no proof, and whether they did an autopsy, and because it is confirmed that the girl did get like 2 stab wounds. I can't say whether it's in the lung area. It was most likely in the liver area.
But during the grand jury proceedings, which are secret as they're ongoing, that there were a number of other people who came forward, those who are close to David, friends of David, family members of his were subpoenaed to go in front of the grand jury. So if there are other arrests that could be coming, we don't know. But as of right now, he is the only one that we know of under arrest.
Some people might not agree with what I have to say, so I kind of have to go in and criticize the people involved. I'm also going to have to kind of blame Celeste for this, and I'm not saying what happened to her is justified. The more I've been learning about the situation, I start to realize that she was the one who ran away from their parents. And I'm going to be real with you guys. Any disobedient child or any child that chooses to run from their parents is very stupid. And the reason why is because if you choose to run from your parents, not only you're hurting them, you're putting yourself at risk, and you're becoming easy prey for these predators.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
Whether you have disagreements, and again, I don't know her situation. Maybe her parents were abusive, and maybe she could not handle the commotion. But but it does not justify what David did, because I truly believe he deserves capital punishment for this.
That is it. Guards, give him the death sentence.
I'm curious about the people in the circle. It's really bothering me, because you would think that if he's letting Celeste live with him, wouldn't the other people notice? And when they call him out for it, when they feel, wouldn't you not feel very uncomfortable if you know someone, whether they're a celebrity or not, that they're hanging out with their minor, they have them living in their house? And it is confirmed, like, he was literally in a live stream with her doing a video, and then all of a sudden he decides to delete it.
Is there media
I personally don't.
Yo, I media trained you.
No, you didn't.
That's controversial.
It's controversial of kids.
Really good.
Okay,
It's been a good one. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Mwah, mwah, mwah.
And obviously this is way before he got arrested. To make things even worse, it is confirmed this guy literally had 40 terabytes of, I can't even say it, CCP on his device.
Hi, Megan. Good morning. Yeah, David came into court in an orange jumpsuit and handcuffs. Prosecutors say there is so much evidence that both the prosecution and the defense need more time, so that's why they set the date of May 1st. Now, we are learning new details, disturbing details this morning in regards to this investigation. Investigators have alleged that they've uncovered child pornography on the suspect's phone, and some of the other evidence includes wiretaps, grand jury transcripts, police body cam footage, forensic evidence, and property and vehicle reports, and of course the autopsy info. The LA County Medical Examiner confirms Celeste Rivas Hernandez died from what's described as multiple penetrating injuries, and her death has been ruled a homicide. The 26-page report details gruesome injuries after finding her remains last September inside a Tesla linked to David Anthony Burke, who simply goes by David. Investigators say Celeste was last seen on April 23rd of last year. David has pleaded not guilty, and legal analysts say what matters now is whether prosecutors can directly tie those injuries to the defendant.
That lets me know that he definitely had something to do with the murder of Celeste. And honestly, like, it was just like what my opinions said is that what does David expect? The moment you try to run a great game on a minor, you have her living with you, you're not always going to be controlled. And yeah, these minors will use this to their advantage, because if you try to like wrong them, or if you don't let them have their way, yeah, they'll do whatever they can to tell on you. And that's how stupid these predators are. Like if you're trying to, especially if you're one of these guys that feels like it's gonna work out with you hanging out with a minor, someone who's underage, you're really gonna have to have some second thoughts and realize that you pretty much you're about to ruin your whole life, like what David's doing right now.
Calling People versus David Anthony Burke. That's case number 26 CJC F02399.
Good morning or good afternoon, Your Honor. Blair Burke, Marilyn Bednarski, and Regina Peter on behalf of our client David Burke, who's in custody.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Mr. Burke.
Deputy District Attorney Beth Silverman to the people, Your Honor.
Thank you. And counsel, on behalf of your client, do you waive formal reading of the complaint, advisement of rights, including armed forces and veterans' rights, enter a plea of not guilty, denying any and all special allegations, enhancements, and priors?
Yes, Your Honor.
Got him. We fucking got him.
And I wouldn't have known about this guy if it hadn't been for Slim Kid, because honestly, I'm not even a fan of these new upcoming influencers. I can't say whether he's music good. I personally don't even pay attention, because he does not catch my interest as a music rapper. So maybe there's something that Celeste seen in David that she feels that he's a trustworthy guy, and that she doesn't have to deal with drama from her family, and that's why she decided to run.
So we are asking for a preliminary hearing to be set at the earliest possible date on the 10th day. Your Honor, we believe the actual evidence will show David Burke did not murder Celeste Rivas Hernandez, nor was he the cause of her death. And we would like to be able to have the evidence come into the light of day at the earliest opportunity in order to establish that. We're asking for April 23rd as a 3 of 10, Your Honor.
Anything from the people?
We'll be very happy to put on the evidence that we've collected in this case in the last several months.
Thank you. So the matter will be set. Plea of not guilty has been entered.
I'm going to try extremely hard to maintain my composure, and I mean extremely hard.
But again, it does not justify what he did to her, because yes, I will say this: it was stupid for her to tell him that she's gonna let her family, let the people know what he's been doing to her. Honestly, I would not be surprised, because what these predators don't seem to is that law enforcement literally have the resource to check your DNA, whether you were intimate with someone or whether you had something to do with whether you're culpable of the murder.
Given almost no discovery thus far, we've received a 3-page follow-up report, no autopsy report, and a copy of the complaint. And we would ask the people respectfully to produce discovery at the earliest opportunity.
Your Honor, as I indicated to counsel, there's approximately 40 terabytes of discovery in this case. Moreover, in order to obtain the transcripts from a grand jury investigation, counsel has to file a motion. She knows the way the system works. I'm not able to gather those. They have to be provided after the court orders them released because it was an investigation. Second of all, if counsel plans on going to a preliminary hearing within the 10 days, it is unlikely that there will be very much discovery provided within that period, given the voluminous nature and how long it's going to take to copy onto drives.
What the fuck? No!
The one thing I'm very curious is that if, like, because again, he of course he has been arrested, but I'm curious whether he got help, like taking her life, because for the person, whether David hired them, the person, or for the people involved in this murder case, honestly, they should get the same punishment, and they literally should be exposed for it too.
Number 2, a hearing just wrapped up for singer David in his first-degree murder case.
The prosecution revealed details about disturbing digital evidence. Let's get to CBS LA's Rick Montanez with what we learned in court today. Rick, what are you hearing?
Amy, Chris, the hearing just wrapped up within the half hour here, and cameras were not allowed in court, but I can tell you that the defendant, David Burke, was in court today in shackles and wearing that orange jumpsuit. The biggest new piece of evidence revealed, prosecutors say a significant amount of child porn found on Burke's cell phone.
Of course, David, throughout the trial, has been denying. He's claiming he's not guilty, as well as the people defending him within the court. Of course, he's gonna deny it, but even though we don't have any visual proof as to how it happened and how she lost her life, the suspicion it literally goes towards David, because he needs to realize that he was literally involved in this girl's life, and that she was actually closer to him more than anybody. So of course people are going to suspect him of the murder. How is he going to expect that people things were just going to go away and people are just going to forget about it?
We also want to point out that this all happens one day after the medical examiner's report became public. That is the report on the death of Celeste Rivas Hernandez. The report says, or I should say the family of Rivas Hernandez is absolutely devastated to learn the gruesome details contained in that write-up. That's according to a family statement. So this report says the 14-year-old girl died of sharp force trauma, but the autopsy was difficult because of the severe decomposition of her dismembered body when it was found in the singer's abandoned Tesla last September.
Eventually it was going to follow him, and that people are going to start taking notice. He's just too stupid not to realize it. And this guy's literally around the same age as some kid, and so he pretty much ruined his life at the start of his adulthood. And based on his actions alone, is that I would not be surprised if he is a fan of R. Kelly.
Monday, he pled not guilty to the capital murder charges. We spoke with a former federal prosecutor just a short time ago here on CBS LA Mornings about this new evidence revealed in today's hearing and the fact that David's phone, according to prosecutors, contains child porn.
And obviously we don't know if it's Celeste Rivas's images and videos or something else, but that is a significant offense. Obviously, it helps prosecutors prove the sex crimes, the lewd and lascivious, Penal Code Section 288, but it's also a separate crime in and of itself, and it's certainly the possibility that the feds even step into this case because they typically will prosecute these types of child pornography cases.
It is extremely serious, and this is new information that's been brought forth from the prosecution here. And the fact that they are bringing...
But I do want to get into generic detail as to like minors who involve themselves with these type of adults, and this is nothing new to me, and this probably obviously this will not be this is not the first, and this probably won't be the only one that I discuss about this, because trust me, I've seen, whether it be on the news, whether you hear about in real life, I know girls like Celeste is that they, whether they be in middle school, high school, whether you guys don't want to admit it, there are girls at that age that have like these crushes, whether it be like they have a crush over this grown man who's like in his 20s, 30s, possibly 40s, even though he's about to be old soon. But like, and the fatal mistake that they make is when they decide to hook up with these guys, later to find out these men end up beating them, abusing them, raping them, and now all of a sudden it's like they realize that they regret being with this man, or they chose to defend him because they feel like that they're dedicated to him simply because of how much they have a crush on him, or how much they love him. And the more you continue to stick with that person, the longer you let it last, eventually is gonna end. It's gonna end with them losing their life. And this is why I feel like I have to address it, because it's not that common, but you hear so often news, like you can't help but feel that it is. So David, I 100% expect the worst coming out of this guy, and he literally thought him denying. He literally thought he was going to go there. I can assure you, any predator that involves themselves with a minor will get caught. Whether you have these thoughts, your best bet is do not get involved. If you want to live your life in peace, do not do the things what David did or EDP. So, the ones who got caught up, whether you have those thoughts, your best bet is not even having anything to do with these minors, and just live your own life, because this is what's going to result to. And I truly believe capital punishment is the exception for these type of predators.
Until then, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. No more talk.
But overall, I feel like I said enough, you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to check for more upcoming content in the future. Be sure to check your notifications, comment, like, subscribe. Thank you.